Guys, if you are following along, welcome back to Proverbs as a Practice. I'm reading a proverb a day and really taking this time to get in connection with myself and with certainty and purpose and connection with the Most High. And this is a very grounding experience. So I'm so happy to be sharing this with you all because I hope that you're seeing how much peace I'm coming to every day by having this practice, by really understanding the words of understanding, which is what Proverbs gives to us because it's a manual. So if you think about it, and I don't know, this might be like actually obvious, but to me it wasn't. And that is that if you think Proverbs, verbs are what? Action words, proaction. This shows you how to move. And it is important in this day and age. Like if we, our goal is to make a difference in the world, and to use our energy and, I got toothpaste right here. Get over it. Hold on, sorry. It's gonna get on my nerves. Why does it feel like it bleached it? Anyways, oh well. I'm just human. And that's the main thing about this channel is that, here, I'm just gonna go like this because that is gonna get on my nerves. And that's the thing. That's why I come on here the way that I do, and that's why I've been showing up through this practice the way that I have been, because I want to inspire you. Like, you don't have to be, you just be who you are and ground yourself in something. The world is shaking like this for everything we have. Shake it. You know what I mean? The shake down. It's the shake down right now with the energies and everything. We get to really get clear on who we are meant to be in this world, in this space and time. We're going to have, actually, we can choose to do whatever we want. We will have a more empowered experience if we recognize the blessing and the gift of our freedom to create and to do, and we take advantage of it. But that has to be a part of it. Like, simply consuming is not going to work. And that's, just simply eating too much, simply scrolling too much, simply drinking or drugging too much. Like, all that is overconsumption, and the energies will chew you up and spit you out. There's only one way to thrive in this arena, and that is to have your feet firmly planted on solid ground. What the chapter and verse in Proverbs, hello, welcome in. We're reading Proverbs chapter 18 today because today's the 18th of the month. Being grounded in understanding and taking it seriously. It's a great time to take life seriously. I think I believe you will respect your life more when you take it seriously. And the beauty of this space and time is that you can do it all. If you are blessed enough to be watching this from a phone somewhere, you literally can get serious about your life and about this life experience in your own creative way. Like, you can do whatever is on your heart to do, you can actually live that. But it takes action, and it takes, being wise. It takes wisdom. I mean, that's just the bottom line. The bottom line is you're going to have to exercise every ounce of wisdom, of heart, of passion that you have, especially if you are a chosen one. Because a chosen one people get the whole chosen one thing wrong. They're like, I'm a chosen one, so I get everything I want. The chosen one means that you are here for a reason and you have a mission to fulfill. And you've been divinely protected in that mission in the development of your character through that mission, but with that comes a great responsibility. And so if that is you, you get to really stand for something big, like really got to stand for something. And the more that you clarify that through life, the more defined it will show in your life. The more defined it will show in your life in terms of you being fulfilled, doing what brings you joy. And what brings you joy, if you're a chosen one, is is service. Let's just get that straight out the way. As a chosen one, and you could be princess, one of God's favorites, and that's a chosen one too, and good, fantastic for you. But there's a lot of other ways that being God's chosen one and impacting the community really show up. And for a lot of women, it is leadership in this era. So Proverbs is a woman. That's what I'm learning. Proverbs is a woman, literally, in the Bible. I never knew that. And I'm like, that's really important to know. Literally, Proverbs is a woman, and referred to as such in the Proverbs. So what we always do, and I have a little bit more time this morning, it feels so good to just really be able to really contemplate these things. It's the 18th, and I'm already feeling the gravity and the gift of this practice. And it's actually beautiful. I'm meeting myself, and I'm meeting the Most High somewhere I've never been before, and it feels natural. I'm not a Christian, so there you go. Sorry. I study a lot, and I connect into God, the Most High, Yahuwah. And I don't even know what that all means. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I have some ideology that I have to talk about. I'm just living my life experience. And right now I'm reading the Hallelujah scriptures, and it's empowering. So that's how I feel about that. Now, also how I feel about that, I'm glad you asked. Israel. This is the Hebrew scripture. So the translation is closer to Hebrew than your King James version, okay? That being the case, here when we're talking about Yisrael, that's what we're talking about. So there is a distinction between the Zionist government structure and Yisrael. Let's make that clear, because words are powerful. So please understand, now is not the time for polarity. It's time to learn. It's time to learn. And I love all of the people on earth, every single one. I love them all. I am grateful for all experiences, spirituality. And so was Jesus. That's how Jesus really was. And I love the diversity of life and people. How boring do you have to be to want everyone to be on some, and the stuff people want everyone to be on is some BS. That's what's actually crazy. They're so boring. I'm like, ew, gross. You know what I mean? Nah, we're living a deep, rich, real life over here. We're living a deep, rich, real life. Do you hate Israel? Isn't that interesting? Do you hate Israel, or are you a fake Christian? That's the question that they're asking, in case you're wondering. And I just find that to be such a weird question. Like, I don't hate anybody. I really don't. And that's to get to that depth of spirituality, I'm actually not afraid to admit that I'm there. And I'm in a place where I'm like, I don't hate anybody. I hate systems that, especially if they're ineffective, but I don't hate anybody. There really is an original sin. I really believe that. And the original sin is whatever takes us away from life, from living. So sometimes too much knowledge of good and evil takes you away from life. You see, the tree of life versus the tree of knowledge of good and evil. I'm going to choose life. I understand. I've seen it. I'm taking my pill back. You know what I mean? I'm taking the blue pill next time. You know what I mean? I'm on the blue pill journey of, okay, it's all an illusion. It's all an illusion anyway that I can. Absolutely, I love God. I love everybody. I love life. I love the scariest spider that I may run across one day or animal. I want to get to the place where I love them. I mean, I might be terrified, but I'm at the same time like that's a work of God right there. Because what is that? You know what I mean? Like something that we would come up against, no matter how scary, it's actually also a work of God. That's crazy. And everybody ain't ready for that conversation. Okay. But I understand what I'm saying. Yes. I do like rats. I don't want one near me, but I appreciate the function of a rat. Now, if it's a domesticated rat, I don't mind to touch it. But the ones that I'm scared of course, are the ones that could carry disease. That's a very real reason to not want rats around. And to be able to tell, I don't know if you could tell the difference if someone's like a real rat lover. Thank you. I'm grateful for our conversation here. Thank you all for asking me questions and, making me really really draw in to faith and to understanding. So your questions, I really appreciate you and thank you for everything that you're saying. I'm not denominational. I'm not denominational, but the Nation of Islam, the lore behind the Nation of Islam is actually crazy. The lore behind Christianity is crazy. Like we are wild and crazy humans. We are weird. You know what I mean? We're weird. And I'm like, if they could create that, why can't I create this, whatever I'm creating? And the answer is there's no reason I can't. Buddha, I think that Hinduism and Buddhism, those are two different things. And I'm learning more, but I think the Buddhist principles are very interesting. I mean, I love like the middle way. Like they come, look, I'm a lyricist. When you're a lyricist, you could rock with any verse or any scripture because there's depth to just the energy in which they told the story, you know what I mean? Or especially the analogies and things, like it's actually incredible. I'm here in Texas. I'm in the borderland, El Paso, Texas. And it's dope. Like, so I appreciate a good story. I appreciate a good rhyme, a good riddle. Like I appreciate that. If you appreciate those things, you will love all spirituality. Because you're like, man, they were really spitting some game. And then when you really think about it, it's history. So that makes it even doper because you're like, wow, like where they were thinking they were in a whole nother place, I love the way they said that. And then a lot of times you start realizing where different culture, some of our cultural staples come from, like the sayings and stuff. When you really start studying the sayings, the things that we say, like the little, even words just in general. But when you start really getting to the phrases that we use, and then you do the research on why we use these words or these phrases, you'll be like, what on earth is going on here? You're like, that is savage. Why did they even think of that? It's insane, But anyways, okay, so we are reading Proverbs. We're reading Proverbs chapter 18. Okay. And we always start before we go. We always start the reading by reading Proverbs chapter 1, verse 1 through 6. We start there. Okay. And so The Proverbs of Shlomo, son of David, sovereign of Yisrael, for knowing wisdom and discipline, for understanding the words of understanding, for receiving the discipline of wisdom, righteousness, right ruling, and straightness, for giving insight to the simple, knowledge and discretion to the young. The wise one hears and increases learning, and the understanding one gets wise counsel. For understanding a proverb and a figure, the words of the wise and their riddles. Okay, so that is that. Now we're going to read Mishle chapter 18. Today is the 18th. I'm sorry, that's what we do over here. That's what I'm doing. I come here. That's what I do, to come and read. So hopefully, I understand if you must pass through, and make sure you like, follow, share. I come on live, and that's what we're doing right now. We're reading Proverbs chapter 18 because today's the 18th of the month. And if you want to follow along, you can go to my main page, 5-Star Conversations in the Sun City, and you can watch chapter 1 through 18 as I read every single day. That's what we do. And we have fun doing it. That's what's happening here. Okay. So Proverbs chapter 18. And again, just to remind you, the Proverbs are for knowing wisdom. The Proverbs are for knowing wisdom and discipline, for understanding the words of understanding, for receiving the discipline of wisdom, righteousness, right ruling, and straightness, for giving insight to the simple, knowledge and discretion to the young. What I'm trying to tell you is that these scriptures are so powerful in helping you lead and be yourself while you lead. That's because you're being connected to God and the Most High. And it's true. So here we go. Chapter 18 of Proverbs. The separatist seeks self-desire. He breaks out against all sound wisdom. A fool does not delight in understanding, but in uncovering his own heart. When a wicked one comes, scorn him too. I'm sorry. When a wicked one comes, scorn comes too, and with shame, reproach. The words of a man's mouth are deep waters. The fountain of wisdom is a flowing stream. It is not good to show partiality to the wicked, or to turn aside the righteous in right ruling. A fool's lips enter into strife, and his mouth calls for blows. A fool's mouth is his ruin, and his lips are the snare of his life. The words of a slanderer are like delicacies, and they go down into the inner parts of the heart. Also, he who is slack in his work is a brother of a master destroyer. Whoa, bro. That's a bar. That's not only is that a bar, but that is actually really very direct and to the point, which is don't slacken your work. He who is slack in his work is a brother of a master destroyer. That's big. So here we're going to keep going. Proverbs chapter 18, verse 10. The name of Yahuwah is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and are safe. The rich man's wealth is his strong city, and like a high wall in his own imagination. Damn. Before destruction, the heart of a man is haughty, and before esteem is humility. He who answers a matter before he hears it is folly and shame to him. Bam. That is incredible. Wow. That's really saying that there's nothing wrong with the pause. He who answers a matter before he hears it, it is folly and shame to him. And what are we listening to? Hey, I like how you did the what do you call it? The fonts. That's pretty cool, man. All right. He who answers a matter before he hears it, it is folly and shame to him. And that means that's a deep, because it also means don't assume that you hear what's really going on. So you don't have to answer a matter right away until he hears it. Ooh, and you can be listening. You could be aware that there's a noise, but you're not hearing what the matter is. Wow. That's good. That's deep. I love that. Thank you for liking. The spirit of a man sustains him in sickness, but who can bear a broken spirit? The heart of the understanding one gets knowledge, and the ear of the wise seeks knowledge. Okay, the heart of the understanding one gets knowledge, and the ear of the wise seeks knowledge. A man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men. Hallelujah. Oh, wow. This is really nice, man. A man's gift makes room for you. Your gift will make room for you. Your gift will make room for you. That's exciting to hear. Oh, so exciting to hear. If you're, what's it called today? If you're healthy today, you're winning. If you're healthy today, you are blessed. And that is great to acknowledge. We get to acknowledge that it's an illusion that we're in some rush to get somewhere. That's all an illusion, man. And it's actually quite empowering once we really embrace that and really understand that to be true. And that's what slowing down is giving us. This season, I was looking into the astrology, and we're going into Taurus, which is a much slower pace. It's a much slower pace. And so I love that. The whole rush, the whole urgency to get somewhere and blow up, that is a facade. I'm so glad I understand that now, and I hope you're understanding that. And that's what having a daily practice really anchors you and grounds you. And so reading Proverbs 1 chapter a day every day in May has been incredible. And so here we go. The heart of the understanding one gets knowledge, and the ear of the wise seeks knowledge. A man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men. The first to state his own case is right until another comes and examines him. The lot settles disputes and separates between the mighty. A brother transgressed against is a strong city. A brother transgressed against is a strong city, and contentions are like the bars of a citadel. A man's stomach is satisfied from the fruit of his mouth. He is satisfied by the increase of his lips. From the fruit, a man's stomach is satisfied from the fruit of his mouth, and is satisfied by the increase of his lips. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those loving it eat its fruit. He who has found a wife has found good and receives favor from Yahuwah. The poor speaks beseechingly, but the rich answers fiercely. The rich answers fiercely, beseechingly. I got to look that one up. But the rich answers fiercely. A man of friends might come to ruin, but there is a loving one who sticks closer than a brother. A man of friends might come to ruin. But there is a loving one all caps. Capital loving one. That's like a name. There is a loving one who sticks closer than a brother. I love this. Okay, well, thank you. Thank you for rocking with me. Thank you, Ignacia, for like chilling and talking with me and everything. I hope that I was able to bless you with your energy. And as you blessed me with yours, look at all the different fonts. Thank you. That's super cool. I really appreciate you sharing that and just being here with me as I read. So if you want to follow me tomorrow, I will be reading chapter 19 tomorrow here at Proverbs as a Practice. I don't think I even told you all my name. It's Michelle M. Trey. And this is 5-Star Conversations in the Sun City. And this is the conversation with the Most High and God that I'm having. And I'm sharing it with you all to hopefully inspire you to do something similar for yourselves. And if you need someone to do it with and to read these with, and if you wanted to do it, you're welcome to join us. The playlist is Proverbs as a Practice. And we're all the way through 18 right now. I'll be reading the 19 tomorrow. So thank you so much. God bless you. Have an incredible day and keep rising and shining and be in harmony of sound, mind, body, spirit, soul, and money with the high five to the vibe, baby. Have a good day.